Alright, and welcome back to Ark Survival Ascended. And yeah, today I'm hopefully going to be building the tunnel, but we don't know what exactly the time is going to be where that's open, so... I swear I had all my stuff on me, or did I put that away? Yeah, I put that away, okay, right, so... Why did I put it away again? We'll repair the pickaxe, because we actually might need it. I'm actually even tempted to bring a second pickaxe, just in case. I mean, there's very little harm in making one, so I'm going to do it. I mean, yeah, I don't necessarily need it, but... Climbing hooks, we've got to have them. Right, I don't really need my crossbow, because there's not really much that I'm going to be fighting here. Well, at least tranking, like, you know, I might be doing some fighting, but I'll be done on my Ravager. I mean, I might as well take over these. I'm actually probably going to need quite a few more of them anyways, but... I probably shouldn't worry about that right yet. We'll do a little bit of, crafting up some stuff to be over there. Right, there's the stairs, ramps, and all that stuff. Alright, that's what I wanted. Okay, yeah, ramp, stairs, all that jazz. So we got... Yeah, okay, we'll go with 8 for now, and then we'll do the rest in pillars. I mean, it might not make a lot of sense crafting all these pillars, but... it either is or isn't going to be needed. Actually, no, I'm either going to need quite a lot of them, or a metric ton of them. Depending on how similar to Ark Survival Evolved this is. If it's similar to Ark Survival Evolved, I just need a lot of them. If it's not similar to Ark Survival Evolved and the updated building mechanics, so it's like a bit more stable, and like, you know, it's not like you can't just rely on jank, then I'm going to need a metric ton of them. And I mean that. Really, it really just depends on how the walling goes. Speaking of, I didn't even check if I have like the appropriate other walls over there, so you know, it's kind of a mess. And also kind of looks like daytime right now. It's not really like got that nighttime vibe yet. I mean, it might do soon, but I'm not feeling it now. I will have to re-go back around my base, making sure everything's got food in a minute. Not in a minute, but very, very soon. Right. I need brown mushrooms. It looks like it might be getting night. You know what, we'll go and hope we're not forgetting anything about what I need to be doing over there. It's been a few days since I played. We leave this door open now, I remember. That's a thing. Like, you know, that door's a safety net. If we're getting chased by a Reaper, we can just run in there. I hope. That's when it turns out the Reaper can, like, somehow just break through that. And I'm like, okay, so now it's in my base. Cool. Again, my dinos are kind of super OP. Still need to tone that back. But it's not so easy. Oh, I forgot my fucking bulb dog. That's what I'm forgetting. You didn't need the bulb dog in Survival Evolved just down this bit. Like, down this bit would be just fine without a bulb dog. But in Ascended, you need a bulb dog. Whereas mean bulb dog. How are you, lad? Yeah, he's fine, he's fine. I mean, I probably should put that in something else that wasn't to help, like maybe charge a mission range or charge capacity, but yeah, probably charge capacity. I like shine horns anyway. I prefer shine horns, so. They also have feather lights and what's the other one again? I can't remember what the other light pet was, but they all kind of have different stats. I will say featherlights are cool in the sense, like, yeah, they could be on the shoulder, but you could probably put them on follow as well, and like put their follow distance close. And since they're a flyer, they're kind of out the way of the harm's way of the stuff on the ground. So. I was going to open these doors because okay, well, I don't need the pillars and ramps at the moment. At least I really shouldn't do. See, now there's a bit that I'm worried about, is like going down this way. Yeah, I'm cold, okay, cool, cold. Right, that's not something you can break, that's the edge. Thing is, you just don't want to hit that, like, bit of cliff, you know? Okay, what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to eyeball it. And place the foundations around here. I just really got to keep an ear out for the sound of death. By the sound of death, you probably can guess what I mean. Has this weird creaking noise after this burrowing sound, and then this big thing pops out and kills you. You know what I'm talking about. It's a very freaky noise. Not the kind of noise that you'd expect a creature that big to be making. Which Which makes it even weirder. Yeah, Ravager noise makes me jump. Can you just fuck off? Well, actually, no, I need you there in case something goes wrong, but... Shh! No noise, please. See, there's two main things that are going to be... could be problematic for us, right? One is a Reaper coming down. Like, just Reaper coming up and just spawning. The other is a Seeker being up on the surface, then just flying into this cave, and because I have a light pet on, it's all like, yes, that is what I want to attack. Hoping this is lined up well enough. There, should be fine. Thankfully, the Reaper climbing out the ground noise is kind of like a very distinct noise, very drawn out noise, and yeah. Now I need to get the climbing hooks onto my bar. Keep that many on us for purposes. Okay, so I should be able to move now. Okay, barely. Cool, cool, cool. I'll also put my spare pickaxe in here. Not that that's going to make much of a difference, but I'll see if this works how I remember it. What does it mean, large stone walls obstructed? There's that. Oh, I see. I wasn't placing it high enough. You have to be on the ground to eat. Oh yeah, it's cold over here, so it's going to be going through food faster. That's another thing. Right. In the past I used small walls for this, but I decided to give large walls a go this time. And I'm not sure if it's necessarily better. It is less placements, but the weight distribution is, well, it's kind of annoying. Also, we have to see if this bug's been fixed. So I remember this being a bug in Ark Survival Evolved, right? If there's an earthquake in the main area, you'll still fall off the wall here, despite the fact that earthquakes do not trigger on the surface. So even though this technically counts as part of the surface biome, you know, the earthquakes will still knock you off the structure, despite the fact you're not supposed to experience earthquakes out here. Okay, if you wonder what this is part 1 of the ramp. I mean, you probably tell by the thumbnail and title of the video, depending on how far along I got. And, you know, this is what I was going to be doing. I feel like this has taken a whole lot less wall than I thought it would. I thought it was going to take a lot more wall than this, but I also could be wrong. So, you know, the top could be deceptively far away, where it's like one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, I keep climbing towards it, but it doesn't get any closer, sort of thing. Did I even bring any ceilings down here? I don't think I did. What'd I just do? Right. This hook needs to go back in my inventory after this. I could just glide down, but I don't particularly want to do that. And we didn't get to test the whole earthquake thing because you heard the earthquake rumbling starting up. Then it just quickly was like, actually no, wait, you're not in this area that allows earthquaking. See, this area has earthquake. Okay, my bulb dog's still on good charge. Gotta check the bulb dog charge, man. You can't just, like, not do that. What? That is so annoying. Like, you can't just go for and then press enter. You have to press OK with the mouse button. Honestly, I'm not a fan of like that. Like, you know, I feel that that's kind of just wholly unnecessary. Man, these walls, maybe they're taller than I thought. That's okay, because that means all these spare walls can go back to the base and be used in my warehouse. So, yeah, that's why I'm doing. That's why I'm building the faraway stuff first, because it's like, you know, and now my warehouse needs vaults, and to get oil, I need to be going up here. Therefore, mega ramp is needed. Okay. I have... I was gonna say, I have no idea what that sound is, but I know what that sound is. Well, it's not jumping down after me, so... I'm safe for now. Temperature's still 5 degrees, it's not rising. I'm fine. See, it's back on Survival Evolved. The time there in the top left, like, it would just change how fast it's pacing. Like, you know, so when it's like 10% day here, from here to like the other 5:30, it would just go bam through in 6 minutes. Like, you know, the whole 12-hour set. Like, so basically, like every half a second, that like minute hand be increasing. So, but like when it was daytime, it would take like 4.5 seconds for it to increase, and that's how it went. Like, and you know that worked pretty well for a while. But now it's like you can't really tell by the time. You kind of just have to like I have to like relearn what the times are. Instead of just going, it goes off the standard day-night clock. They just did it a bit different. See, now the worrying thing here is I do not know what's going to be at the top here. And personally, it looks like it's not going to be a job for these walls, you know? So if I put like one of these up, let's see how high up I can go if this was the top of it, right? For example, right? Oh, shit. Was it me my primitive climbing hook broke? Oh, I didn't change to the new one. That's why. Oof, so I'm going to have to eat when I'm on the ground here. I'll be mindful to change your climbing hooks. And the annoying thing is I was literally 2 clicks away from finding out what I wanted to find out before coming back down anyway. Okay, I do not like how the camera angle does that here, but, you know, that should not be an issue going forward when I actually got the ramp section of this down. Yeah, because literally, just a case of... Actually, no, this wall's perfect. Absolutely perfect height. I take it all back. That said, my dumbass did not create any stone ceilings, so, yeah. Oh yeah, so next up is the stone ceilings. I can see a purple crate out. No, that's a purple obelisk, never mind. I can see a blue crate out there, I think. And that's kind of in the... No, that one's in the trench, I think. If they're anything like the old locations, that's in the trench. Now, as tempted as I am to run out there and try finding an oil rock to hit, or an obsidian rock to hit, or something like that, I think I'm going to leave that for now. And, you know, focus on finishing the build, then go up there. Because the build's going to help me get up there anyway. In fact, that build's going to let me get that Ravager straight up there. Just run up there. You know, you probably already guess what it's going to look like, you know, as I keep calling this place the ramp. You've got to imagine that, I'm going to need to cook a lot more food for this place, because this place actually is food intensive. which does actually line up with what I remember. But yeah, so as you can see here, that's the back end of the ramp, right? That's like where the ramp climbs up to the sky. That's the ramp. So now, I'll put those 4 walls away. So we built 80 walls, we have 48 left. We only needed 32. And 32 split by... It's only 8 times 4. That actually surprises me. I thought it was going to be much taller. Like, I didn't think it was going to be like, just 32 high, like 32 normal walls high. I thought it was something like 70 normal walls high. But no, it's like only 32 normal walls high, I guess. So yeah, I actually have a ton of this stuff that go on my warehouse now, which is... I'm actually quite stoked about. So it turns out I need way less of those than I thought I needed. But I'm probably going to need a lot more stone pillars if the building doesn't work like how it did in Survival Evolved. But I should have probably actually tested with the pillars what was actually going on. Like, you know, if I could have, they do have snap points to the foundations, but yeah. More on the way back to base with this stuff now, so just me, my Ravager, and my Bulb Dog all making pain noises. Love it. I'm gonna say, I like that door. That door is one of my most liked doors. That's an upgrade from, like, I learned over time, because I was like, well, yeah, if I expand my base out that way, I've got to have a door there, and I also put a door in that side, because I didn't have a door there on my base for Aberration either, but... Oh. That's actually wonderful. Alright, I'm done unloading you. I actually have quite a lot of stuff on you because I was clearing out the rocks. Throw the metal in there. Yeah, we need to prepare a bunch of stuff, but... Hey. That's something that we can do, easy. Throw them in there, throw that in there, throw that in there, and repair it all. Oh, and also probably this. Oh. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, cook me some metal. I'll put that pickaxe on my bar, because why not? Oh yeah, we need to cook some food as well. I mean, you have tons of meat on you always, pretty much. Wait a minute, I also gave you tons of meat. Yeah, we'll just go with these 2 stacks, they're healthy. And I'll throw both of them in there and light fire. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use bathroom quick, but I'm going to leave this running, but I'm also going to pause the recording. And hopefully we got some stuff. Let's repair the rest of the stuff. Repair. Repair. Alright, awesome. We're going to need quite a lot of that. Charcoal went in this one. I'm going to go and get a drink. I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. We don't really need plant Z seeds. Right. I mean, none of these should be the ultra dangerous mushroom, otherwise it probably would have caught me by now, but I still actually need to look for the discerning features of that. There's what the distinguishing features of that, like, you know. Right, what's actually weighing me down here? Probably those, but actually no, it's just a combination of everything at once. That's probably why I unpacked everything. Like I have this water jar on me, but I don't think I've actually drank from it once. Then again, like, you know, I've always been back at the base frequently enough, or, you know, conserved my water frequently enough, so I never actually had to drink from it. The point being, it's better to have it there than not need it there, and not have it and go like, well, I'm kind of screwed and have no water. So, in fact, I'd say it's fairly realistic. Just carry around excess water. Earthquakes, you gotta love them. It's good to have this inventory open, otherwise I'd just be stuck in here and nowhere to go. But then again, I did get my movement back just now, so... Right. So I need 6 more ceilings at the very least, but I'm gonna probably need more than that. To be honest, I think I'd just rather do a full stone ceiling and put some railings on it. If I was really that concerned. Speaking of, where is the railings again? There it is. I want maybe like 2. Yeah, we'll go with 2. We'll go with 4, why not? Right, the thing is, like, anything that I overbuild, I just bring back here. That's what I gotta remember. Like, it's literally that simple. Build too much, bring it back, reuse it a piece. It looks like it's daytime for the, like, next 6 minutes, so... You know, I need some wood from this, so... Let's go out and knock over some trees. These raptors think because I'm a herbivore, I won't do nothing. There's like a bulb dog on me. I just realised that. He actually needs to rest at base, so that's actually important. Please excuse me, roll rat, for a moment. You need to recharge. I also probably need more charge capacity on you. Alright, back for the wood. There we go, I can now say I've used all 4 doors in my base in earnest. So... In fact, this location is a little bit better than it was in Ark Survival Evolved, because, well, you know, I have the wall here. Like, this area here seems a bit more accessible. You're not 150, so if you're 150, I have to turn around and reevaluate, but thankfully it made it easy for me. Now, 150 male Ravager would be huge. So I have a 150 female and 150 male. And if they both have good stats, like, you know, good, well, like, well, at least one of them has good stam, one of them has good melee. That'd be dope, honestly. You know, a good weight stat and a good health stat would be great, like, you know. Point being, it's like, if they had, like, you know, one of them was good at 2 of the stats, one of them was good at the other 2. You just breed them until eventually get the perfect one, and it's like, yes. I mean, leveling up on the doorway is not the best idea. know, you leave the door open to uninvited guests, but... sometimes that's just how it is. Oh, we need to get the seeds out of them as well. See? Let me seed Parasaur. I'll also give you all the berries because, yes. It's also got the toxin on it. You know, that's all very good stuff to know. Got a little bit more thatch when I'm out there as well, so that was good. Where was I doing the ceiling again? So 16. Then I probably want 4 more on this side, so that's 20. Probably want 4 more on that side. 24. Probably want the corner piece where I'm putting the railings, that's 25. And yeah, then there's going to be foundations that I'm going to need, stairs that I'm going to need, probably. Yeah. It is quite tough to work out what I'm actually 100% going to need over there. Oh, bloody hell, there's even more stuff. Go bam, 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 bam. Okay, we need one more. We should probably check on fires. Okay, so that's got a full thing going. That looks like it actually needs more wood to actually burn. Yeah, the aim here is to build towards industrialization. That might sound kind of stupid in that sense, where it's like, you haven't even really gone to the blue zone yet. What do you mean, industrialization? And it's like, yeah, I understand your point. Counter-argument, surface. It's like, it's not a good counter-argument, man. It's like, well... don't know what to tell you. Now, I've had pretty big success up there in the past, so... if anything, I think this is a place where you want to go. For the big loot. This is how you get Ascendant Longnecks and all that, so I'm like, well... hey, if there's Ascendant Longnecks involved... you know, that's something you gotta get. Right. we're getting kind of near to the point where we're just going to have to go over there and test some stuff, because I don't know what will work and what won't. So that's the good news. That's how I know I'll need a ton of ramps regardless. Alright, so it's them going over, these walls don't need to go over. Which is great. So great, in fact. Huh. Alright, more stone. Okay, cool. We're going to run out of wood first this time, so I'm going to throw that all back into here and take over the stuff that I need to take over on the Ravager. And hopefully, you know, this mega ramp thing is actually getting built faster than I anticipated. Like, I thought I was going to be here for like hours and hours, but I'm already like, well, I'm only 47 minutes in and I'm actually kind of shredding through it. I mean, the parasaurs may laugh at me, but I think I'm doing well. Right, okay, so that guy's got all the stuff he needs on him. Now I need to get myself equipped. I don't need my crossbow right now. Yeah, looks good to me. I'll get a drink before I leave. Right. So I climb up the wall, place the ceilings. You know what? I'm actually going to take one of those. Just one, because if the building is glitched like it was up in like the Shangri-La area I built last episode, if it's glitched like that and I can't climb and hook and land on stone ceilings, that's going to be a massive problem. But if I have a wall that goes above it and dismount that wall by jumping off it, I could probably just land on the stone ceilings, no problem. So I might actually just put in a temporary construction wall. Hey, guess what you forgot again? Your bulb dogs, you fucking idiot. Hey, you left the door open. Hope you enjoyed Nameless following you in. Anyways. Now I got the now I got the bulb dog. I actually rate the nameless spawning down in this tunnel. Like, at first I thought it was annoying and just unnecessary, but you know, having a bulb dog as a prerequisite for getting this metal is not a bad idea. Like, if you want tons of metal and all this back here, you need a bulb dog, which pretty low barrier to entry, to be honest. So I can't believe I left the door open when I left, but then again, who wants to hang around here? You know? Like, why do I want to get off and then just, you know, try... You know, faffing around. Cool, cool. No Reapers, no Reapers. So far. Right now, question, do these snap at all? Yeah, they're probably not going to work how I would want them to. Can I actually climb, or is that still a bug? No, it's a bug. The bug's still there. Because there's an earthquake, I can't climb. So I have to wait until there's not an earthquake, which I will not really be able to tell when that is. From here, because there's no audio cue, so... Now, I guess there's all the visuals around there, but... We're probably going to actually need regular foundations along here if this is how I think it's going to go. That's actually not too horrible, all things considered, but it is kind of like really annoying though, so yeah, credit where credit's due for that, but probably going to have to make 2 trips. So yeah, that's that, but you know what? I'm going to split 25, okay, and then like we'll transfer that back. I'll show you what I mean by temporary construction wall when I get up there. What I mean is if I go like something like that, I'll pick it up later, but then I can go 1, 2. And go like that. Don't like holding the climbing hooks when I'm doing this. There's the initial 4x4 that I wanted. Okay, I'm going to go a lot more this way than I thought I initially had to. And there's where the foundations are required. Okay, cool. Yeah, do I really want to get too close to that right now? Probably not. So it's like, okay, so typically speaking, what I'm thinking here is like, I need regular foundation and do like the as above, so below sort of thing, where it's like, you know, I build more stone foundations going this way so that they constantly have support so I can get out that way a bit more. I build them going that way so I can get the ramp done. Yeah. And instead of using a bunch of climb and hook tutorials to get down, we'll do this instead. Right, so, what can we do right now? Not a whole lot. Those are going to be useless. That's up there. Those I can place, but... Yeah, I think the order of business is simple, right? Build foundations this way first, so I can work out how much I actually need to connect to the mainland. Then build foundations that way back toward base afterwards. Because I'm going to need a metric ton of them anyway, so... I hope that counts as foundational support. Well actually, no, this will find out for us, because you know, this is actually a test run in that sense. This is really just learning what mechanics are the same and what mechanics are different to Survival Evolved here. That's literally what this is all about. Because on Survival Evolved, what my strategy was make pillars, then basically have snap points going this way, and you just throw a bunch of pillars going that way. I really hope this ramp does not collide with that wall, otherwise that would make it awkward. I don't think it will. Okay, so aside from that one random reaper they decided to throw at me one time down here, I haven't actually seen any anything terribly threatening down here. Which makes you question, could they spawn down here in Ark Survival Evolved and then it's just like a really, really freak rare spawn? And like, I just got it here and never got in my 500 hours in Survival Evolved. Like... And admittedly, yeah, not all those 500 hours were an aberration. Probably only 300 of them, but... And yes, that does sound out of order, because it is. Like, you know, I just hang out in aberration. Like, you know, you've seen me... I mean, you see this playthrough here, it starts on aberration. I didn't do the island or scorched earth before, and I was like, and that aberration, that's my map. I'm going for it. Don't get me wrong, on Survival Evolved I do have bases on the island and bases in a base on the island based on scorched earth, but it's nothing impressive. Oh yeah, let's pick up those rocks. Gonna need them out here. Yeah, the only thing I ask there is, does that count? Does that count as foundational support? It's not really connected like to this wall or anything, but it's connected to the foundations at the bottom of this wall. And if that's anything like Ark Survival Evolved, that's enough. If it's not enough, that's when it gets real interesting. So that means I need to actually take the walls back that I had earlier, bring them out here, actually use them. Yeah, you know, okay. Okay, cool. So it actually does just work normally up here. That's okay. And it counts. Okay, cool. Awesome. So, I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here, right? Or do I just want to go straight into ramp at this point, like, knowing what I know? Probably just want to go straight into ramp at this point, knowing what I know. Alright, so I need 1, 2. So I need 5 more. 5 more, 8 more. 11 more? Yeah, 11 more ceiling. I could probably put a foundation attached to that. More ceiling going that way. So after 11 comes, we'll say 14, but maybe 15. You know, take 20, and that should be enough. That's what I'm thinking. 20 ceilings should be enough, and you know, some foundations, tons of foundations. We have ramps already. Yeah, okay, cool. So we need foundation, ramps, and those railings. The pillars aren't worth. Okay, so we'll... put the... Now's the question, how many railings do I want in reality? Alright, so if I'm only doing a 4 wide ramp... Actually, I'll just do the railings later. It's not worth working out the railings now. And the railings might be a mistake anyway. Right. Okay, we need to drop off the metal. Pillars will have a use somewhere. I'll throw that stone in. We'll have a lot of cementing paste one day. I can say that. I'll also repair the pickaxe. Ah, I need more metal in here. Okay, cool. If only I had that. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Right. How's this doing? Okay, that's done. So... I really should hunt that map down before it expires. But at the same time, I just don't. I don't even know what those maps are really about, to be honest. Also, I don't know why I'm condensing when I want the meat to spoil in the Carcinos, but whatevers. Yeah, that looks good. Brown, not point. What do I need? What did I say? Oh yeah, it was like 20 more ceilings and then just tons and tons of foundations, like non-stop foundations after that. You have to go out like for thatch soon. Which, you know, I don't like doing, but yeah. What can you do? Alright, okay, so you'd be in place where I can access this. Oh yeah, that's no berries on them. When did that happen? I think I ate like a truck. You know, I have to go around feeding all my animals. Well, I can't just ignore them. I'm putting it off for a while because I just want to get this done, but let's see how many ceilings we get. Alright, so we're up to 17 basically. Right, I'm gonna need to get patch as well, like, but... Anyway, berry time. You know what, since you're my main dude, have all those. In fact, have some red ones as well. Measures go back. Let's see what other herbivores we got going on. You're not looking good. Need more stuff. Moss, what you got? You're doing fine, probably could be doing better though. You, other roll rat. Yeah, you're probably looking at theory stock. Right, okay. You, seed parasaur. As long as it's not Mejo, Dim, or Narco, it's all good. Right. Yeah, you're parasaur, you'll probably have tons of food. Iguanodon. Yeah, you don't need the Mejos on you. Well, here's how we're going to do it, actually. I'm going to find the herbivores. I'm going to strip them of their food and give them back a whole row of food. Except for this moth shots, we're just going to leave him as he is. Roll right back there's done. Okay. Okay, that's those. I'll say the herbivores are now distributed too. Yeah, I'd say so. Let's see what's next. And he's going to be hungry for a while. You literally just ran out of food, so that's kind of funny. Get more meat back from these things. I mean, a lot of it's gone off, but... Bear's fed, that's fed. Okay, that one's fed. How much raw meat do I even have left in this guy? Can't be that much. Okay, it's a lot. Alright. There are a lot of spoiled meat and a lot of regular meat. Spoiled meat, regular meat, spoiled meat, regular meat. Yeah, cool. There we go. My brown mushrooms away somewhere, but I can get more. That's why I put them. Okay. Oh yeah, you obviously have food on you. Okay. Oh yeah, thatch. That's what I need now. See, now this is a lot more what I was expecting the pacing to be like. As in, I just have a lot of resources to get. Okay, it's only day 38 though, so I should actually be able to do it in the full, like time limit I have, basically. And even if I can't, then at least I have like the days 40 onwards to before it gets to the 10. Like it's going back to 50-50 before it goes to 10% day. So you know the 50-50 split isn't bad to build out there, and it's just kind of like, and that I actually do know the times for. Like you need to be off the surface by 5:30 in the morning at the very latest, basically, is one of the things. I think it's 5:45, but you do not want to be up there when it turns. Like, so, you know, back inside the cave at 5:30 at the latest. And although it technically starts cooling down at 5:30 or 5:45 in the cave, you can't really get out there until like 9 o'clock at night. That's when it's cool enough to, like, you know, not deal health damage. Yeah, that's what I know from Aberration in Survival Evolved. Like, and that was great, because, like, you know, as I said, like, the day-night cycle synced up the clock anyway, so it'd always just be those times on the clock. You just look at the clock and go like, okay, yep, it's that. Like, even if it was like 10% night, 10% day, like whatever, right? Apart from you wouldn't go up to the surface on the 10% day one because, like, what, you'd be up there for like 3 minutes max. And also it's kind of bait when it goes from the 50-50 into the 10-minute one, because what will happen is you're like, oh yeah, it's a 50-50, right? You go up there, like, you know, you wait till 9 o'clock, so like, then the 3 hours pass, which is like, I mean, I think we said like it was like 1 hour is like a day in here, so like, you know, 3 hours, that's I think that's like, what, times that by 2.5, so you've got like 7.5 minutes up there. Then after the 7.5 minutes, it immediately turns to the 10% day, no, 10% night one. So basically the next thing is like, every half a second, so you have like maybe 2.5 more minutes from that, so you effectively end up with like within 10 minutes, although it's a 50-50 day night, 10 minutes you'll be cooking up there when you thought you had 30 minutes. So it's like it's just something to be that was just something to be mindful of back in the day. Alright, so alright, so I got my 20 stone ceilings, which is what I said I wanted. So we're just gonna craft crap tons of foundations, right? That's what I'm thinking now. Just foundations, foundations, foundations. Hmm. Right, so we established we used 32 of those walls. Those walls are 4 high. Those walls are 4 high. Right. Give me a second. Gonna need more ramp anyway, so... craft 3 of it. So just want to do a little bit of testing around base real quick. That's just a good example wall to use. Because if I were to use roof, then it would have to snap all the way up there, right? Or it would have to snap somewhere here. And that goes down, like... it always has the earthquake when I want to try demoing something, right? Because the stairs and the roof, they're kind of steep, right? This ramp... what does it mean? Ramp consumed. Where do you place it? Right, okay, so, now what I'm saying, right? I get it where I wanted it, please. Yes, okay. Let's see, would I say that's in line with that stone foundation there? Or more or less, right? But that looks a bit too low. Hang on, give me a second. It's important to do maps before really getting overly invested. Yeah, it looks like it goes a bit lower than the wall, but... I just want to see if it's like anything like a weird ratio thing. It still looks like about 1 foundation high. Ah, annoying. Recently damaged, have to wait for... Fucking hell. Really? I mean, okay, I can understand that if it was like PvP, right? Where, you know, you're getting like your wall smacked down, you're like, oh, I'll just repair it, whatever, right? And like, you know, you can just out-repair whatever the damage they're thrown at. But this is single player. Like, the only person that's going to destroy the walls is me. I can tell, like, the wild creatures, there might be wild creatures that can damage stone. Like, I know, like, Arthroplura, I think they can damage stone, and there actually are Arthroplura in the blue zone, so... Yeah, but... those are kind of different. Different how? Well... They just kind of are. Right. Oh, actually, that should be over there, but... Right, so I need more stone next, so that's okay, there's stone in the base. Actually, it might not be nowadays, but... We'll have to find that out over time. Well, my bob log's been sat on my shoulder this entire time. I need to I need to get better at remembering to... have him charge. I need to remember to throw him down to charge him and all that. Yeah, I don't think there's any stone. Is that stone that I can mine? I think it is. I have to take the Dode back here then. Statement, there's stone in the base is still accurate. Hopefully this isn't the 6 minutes where it's inaccessible. Hey, it's the 6 minutes where it's inaccessible! Oh, great. Oh, I love this. Yep, 70 degrees. Right, okay, so... I need to get down there and just... Yeah. Hmm. Actually, I didn't need as many foundations as I thought, because I was going to do a double line down the middle, but I think I'm just going to put one to the left, like third column in, because I should be able to expand a ramp off that side and off that side. Oh, yeah, because I was always able to do that. The only reason I did a double in Survival Evolved was so it was symmetrical on the amount of like where the pillars ended, you know, and there weren't pillars going through the bottom of the ramp. But that's not going to be a problem this time. So the real question though is how long? Oh, yeah, so it's 32 of those walls were used. So it'd be equivalent of 32 small walls for just one of them. Because you just imagine I laid the walls down sideways instead of like vertically, you know? Um, but so if that's 32 tall, that means it will go down with 64 ramps and come out 64 foundations length this way. So really, it depends on what 32... Well, actually, no, it's not going to be 32 because that foundation matched up there. So 1, 2, 3. It really depends on what 35 foundations added onto that looks like and where it comes to here, which really determines what I'm doing with the ramp. Like, because it might be a case of where it's like, yeah, as much as I'd like to do it a ramp, it might just end up coming all the way down here if I did it as ramp. So instead, what might just be the case is I might use like the roof, the stone roof, so it's like still a ramp, but it's just a lot steeper ramp. So now, like, you know, when it comes out 35 this way, it should be fine. That's what I mean. I have to see what things look like. I don't have 35 foundations, and also not all of them are down on the floor. Some of them is going to be for the surface, like up top. Yeah. Like, we really, really do not know. But it looks pretty molten lava up there. So that is an area I'd like to see the surface from in the daytime because it was always wild to look at. I mean, absolutely wild. Still 70 degrees, okay. Yeah, that was a lot of waiting around. Like, I happened to have come at the exact wrong time. Which, yeah, doesn't really help, but it did allow me to think of my build a bit more. I don't want to have to run all the way back just to, like, you know, mine a few rocks and then head all the way back out here. And if I was going to do that, I should have done that a few minutes ago. But yeah, I thought like it would be over by now. So 12 o'clock is when it is like officially daytime, right? Midday in a 10% day. Yeah, and 12 o'clock is also officially when it's night in the midnight one. What that means is... Okay, well, I mean, it just went from... Yeah, I was going to say, like, that's probably like 24, 10% of that is 2.4, which is 2.4 hours. It's been 2... What's the 0.4 of the hour? 60. So 60 divided by 5 times 24. So Yeah, sorry, that's the flick that I just saw past 1424 is when it's officially now actually cooling down. I mean, still 70 degrees, but it's officially, like, it's not, you get burnt when you're up there now, it's just like, it's still 70 degrees, so you get, like, kind of toasted. Like, you lose health when you're up there anyways, but it's not you're set on fire, you will die, like, because you're set on fire, sort of style. The question is, when does it cool down? So you can see now it's like, not nearly as red up there. It doesn't look as like as much molten lava, But I really would like to actually get this information of when it cools down. Did it start cooling down now? No. Let's see, so the distance between 5:30 and 9 o'clock normally is... Wait a minute, that should actually apply directly the same here because it's like, well, normal time. So 9:30 to... Because that actually counts as part of the night, not part of the day. So, technically speaking, 3.5 hours from the 2:30-ish, we'll call it. So 3.5 hours from there. It should be 6 o'clock where it's safe to go out there. I'm completely wrong. Cool. Perfect. It just immediately drops from 70 to like, I guess at 3:15 or something when I was doing that math. Yeah, those last two footsteps really freaked me out. That I think will do for the underground portion of the foundations. So I now need only 4 of them to go up with. And 20 ceilings. And also I want 4 ramps. Alright, let's bust out climbing hooks 8 again. Let's get up there, let's hope for no random earthquake to trigger halfway through and throw me off the wall. All that good stuff. Okay, the sky looks really glitchy, but then again, it's part of like a malfunction art, maybe. That or it's just like my render distance and my graphics card being basically the minimum requirement. Could just be that. Just don't like my climbing hooks being out when I'm building. It just doesn't look right. Not gonna lie, this is fucking horrifying. I hate being up here. Like, very, very much. Now, maybe I pick up that foundation, right? Put one more ceiling and do the foundation next. I do not want to move forward as much as possible. Now this is the really dumb part where I install the ramp to the surface, despite the fact I said, oh yeah, I should do this bit last, but I'm doing it first instead. See, now Reaper Kings can walk directly up here and fuck me up. It's a feature! Anyway, right. So I need to go back down, place a bunch of foundations going that way, and then... yeah, that's the ramp starting at that point. Oh, mini crackling sounds, nah. No, Ravager, you really know how to scare the piss out of me sometimes. No, not the point, not the point. So, one... two, and three. So those are like the... those take me right to the edge of where I built. And I have 9 more. I need 32. So I need 23 more. Funnily enough, I actually do need rock anyway, so... My friend was probably right when he said, like, yeah, we should probably chuck the rock away when we're getting metal down here, because, like, we can just get rock any time. Whereas I was always of the opinion of, like, ah, well, you know, we need rock anyway, and I want the rock. But he was like, ah, well, that's, whatever. Well, you know, so I was probably doing it wrong. He was probably got the correct mentality there of, like, yeah, well, we'll get the stuff that's actually rare down here, and then we can don't have to make as many trips. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, okay. How much do I weigh? Okay, yeah. No, it's just being overly dramatic. Okay. Wait a minute, I can't even do the roofs yet because I actually wanted to find out about my foundations first. Like what 32 going out and 64 going out this way is. So I have to build another 23 foundations, bring them out here, and see where that brings me. And then from there, I can decide whether I want to do it in 128 ramps, well, 128 roofs or 256 ramps. Yeah, at least I've got the maths for this now. And that's a thing, like where I don't think I need any more ceilings over this area. Yeah, I don't, so we'll take the ceilings back. We'll leave this place open. We'll close this though. Right, okay. Okay, so what I was seeing the other day was the lightning bug with fire. Good to know. Yeah, we just casually get this metal back because I'm gonna go on these surface hauling trips. So yeah, I have all that stuff to use around the base whenever I want it, but whenever I find a use for it, but I think it's proven I don't need the 3 extra climbing hooks. Right. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing next. I was getting stone. Because we had a serious need for that. That's just a rock that I pick up. That's just scenery. Aha, I knew it. I knew you were a rock. Hey, can this guy fit through here? No. I remember that now. Did you just hit some rock through the floor? I love this guy. What a real go-getter. It's like, no, I can sense the rock out there. I must destroy it. And it's like, Okay. I mean, that's your job, so, I'm glad you like it so much. You know, this whole I have rock in the base thing is kind of like running out. Okay, so there's some rock in there somewhere. Ah, yes, the rock inside the rock. Right, I've officially exhausted the I have rock in the base strategy. Might find some more when parasols trim these bushes. But the bush trimming comes later because they're just going to grow back unless I have some stuff parked on top of them. So really that comes when I'm building all the other structures. Oh nah. Don't make me have to fight you with my dude. That's a male 145. So you know, you could have been good, but he's not quite 150, so it's not like I care as much as... It's not the be-all or end-all, you know? If it was 150, I guess I'd have to make a better effort to, like, do something about that. Really, I should take my Karkinos out with the Dode. Just have it use it as an equipable, but I'd need to level up the Karkinos' weight. All that stuff. Also, I'm unsure if it'd be any good at getting the ones low to the ground. Now, yeah, you might be able to just, like, you know, stick him inside this rock and all that, but that one that I was hitting that was really low to the ground, like, you know, that might not be the case. I could probably also hit those green gems over there for, like, a ton of rock. I don't really care about green gems, so... Actually, tell a lie. Green gem, it can be very, very useful later on for gasoline. Very useful. If I'm remembering correctly. Only thing is you need congealed gas. And to make a congealed gas collector you need polymer, I think. I mean, you need something that I needed from the surface. Can't remember what it was. Could have been oil as well. Can't remember. Point being is, once I have those things in abundance, I don't really have to worry about that, because I can just go, boom, set up like the gas collector at the gas node that I know of. That's quite local. You know, maybe set up a few actually at that point, because why not? I'm free to. And then, yeah, go from there. Right, 23 foundations, that's what I need. Let's get it. I can't remember how much ramp I have there, but it's definitely not 128. I think it's something like 32, so I can build as much ramp as I want with the excess. No, I need 23. I'm out of thatch. Okay, that explains it perfectly. So I need more thatch. Are you the guy from up there that fell? Did you fall down? You the level 5 that fell down? Oh, I don't have to kill you now. Congrats. I like when it works out with that. I don't have to go out my way to kill you. I'll just kill you when I'm clearing out the area of low-level trash. I know there's another Ravager somewhere around here. Don't really need to worry about what to do with it if it's a 150 male. Unless at some point soon in the future I might go team hunting again. First I just want to get like this main project I'm doing out of the way. Now I can start focusing on these related projects, like getting more teams, better teams, all that jazz, breeding more Ravagers. Yeah, I probably actually will go, but I will probably go hunting for the level 150 male then, because I'm going to need to breed quite a few Ravagers, because you know, for different functions, you know, like main Ravagers for going out, hunting Ravagers just for killing things, cargo Ravagers for the surface, like cargo Ravagers for other places, cargo Ravagers exclusively for the surface. Yeah, there's quite a lot I want to build out of Ravagers, you know. I want to have quite a lot of them. I think cargo Ravagers to the surface is quite an important category. So you'll be rolling the metal and oil and all that stuff, but you got to play it smart. I mean, yeah, if you had like, although yeah, sure, my creatures are like way higher melee damage and health than there probably would be otherwise if, like, they weren't... If I knew how to tune it correctly. But that said, like, it's not like I'm going to be like, I'll steamroll all the Reapers with my high melee damage. It's like, nah, it's kind of not in the spirit of the game, in my opinion. Like, you know, maybe I should reduce it down a bit, but it's again, I just don't know where to. That's what I keep asking. Like, you know, what are the good numbers for like a solo person to experience? Not like the official numbers where it's like, okay, yeah, if you have tribes, this is balanced. It's like, you know, I want to be able to go like, I want to still be able to experience a bit of a challenge, but I don't want to be like, trying to take on like 3 people's worth of challenge, you know? I want my team to basically be able to, like, you know, do a little bit more because I can do a little bit less, but not like I want my teams do a lot more, so I do a lot less. So that's kind of where it is now. Whereas like, and it's kind of like just a hangover from, or holdover from playing with a friend, where we're like, yeah, I was just tired of like losing all this stuff from like freak events. So it's like, well, yeah, you decide, okay, well, what if we turn up like their health numbers so it's not like so low, and then match it with some of the other numbers? And it's like, okay, that's probably too high, but you know, it's not an easy one to work out. But I'm glad that the game is, well, as customizable with the settings as it is. Like, because if it wasn't, it would kind of just suck. Alright, so we've got the 23 foundations. What in-game time is it? 1. Okay, cool, so I have plenty of time. So, in theory, I should probably get a good go over there in before before it gets too hot. That's what I want to say, yes. I should go over there before it gets too hot. Alright, that should be it for now, I think. I don't really want to craft any more at the moment. We'll get the queue cleared. Gonna throw all this stuff in the Ravager and carry it out there and see what's going on. Need my bulb dog. Need to remember that this time. I'm sure it's one of those things that will become ingrained in my mind after a while. Like, you going that way, you need the bulb dog. I also need brown mushrooms. I should probably get a drink before I go. Main bulb dog's there. Alright, so I think I got the 2 climbing hooks that I need. I don't really need any more climbing hooks. I've established that. Got the materials I will need on me. Got my bulb dog. Ravager has the relevant construction materials in its inventory. I have brown mushrooms on me. There we go. Much better checklist of that. And it's still 3:16, so I should be able to just run straight down there. We'll go in here first, though. Pull out the other 32. Okay, so I have half the stone ramp needed. Or a quarter of it, depending on what's going on. I swear, it better not hit that wall. If that hits that wall, I will be so upset. I angled the ramp wrong, but, okay, yeah, I think it's gonna have to be a jobby for stone roofs, because there is no way in hell I'm going 64 of these along there. That's just something that doesn't seem like it's going to be physically possible. Now you could point out the very obvious thing here, of like, dude, you do realise you're completely fucking up the metal spawns down here. Like, you're fucking them up, right? And I'm like, yes. But this end is not really as valuable because it's, you know, partially hot a lot of the time. Like 50% of the time you can't go down here, really. Actually, more than 50% of the time, but it's like, yeah, okay. Sure, it's a place where metal spawns, but it's not where I care for the metal to spawn. Okay, it narrowly clips the wall. I can live with that. Right. Does it upset me a bit? Maybe a little. question how much higher this is compared to, like, where we started, but... Yeah, so it's definitely the 32, it's never the 64 here. Like, I don't care what anyone says. That'd just be unreasonable. Like, especially if I was surface crate running, like from there. That means I have to run down that way, just run back up this way, or I have to, like... Yeah, that ain't how... And if you're getting chased by a surface Reaper King, you're not going to want to do that U-turn. Like, it's just not going to happen. So... Oh, I also might not exactly need 32 coming out of there, come to think of it, because... Yeah, the foundations do extend support all around, so... Yeah, there's a good chance where I actually don't need to place all 4 of these. I can just get away with placing, like, maybe 2 or 3. Yeah, but these metal rocks need to go. Probably all of them at this point. Which is good for my metal supply, not so good for... my current weight on my Ravager. It's also important I have the structure down when I'm doing this, because this way nothing gets despawned. I can just pick up the foundation at the end if it clips through or whatever. So I'm not overly concerned about... Right. Do you reckon you can handle one more? Okay, no, that's actually a couple more battle rocks. But if it can handle one more, then I can place the last foundation. Don't need to worry. Yeah, I can handle one more. Easy. Not even gonna handle all of them, but... we'll find that out a bit later, I reckon. Okay. Fine. I carry 32. Yes, I can. That's actually big. Okay, now, can I survive with the 32? Okay. This goes to plan. I'll be alright. if the one thing I don't want to happen happens, I'm up shit creek without a paddle. So if it goes right, it goes right. If it goes wrong, it goes very. If it goes right, it goes very right. If it goes wrong, it goes very wrong. That's all I can say. Fuck off. Okay, actually no, wait. It doesn't do the vibration, it just does the... If it was doing the vibration where it was jolting me around, like that would be a real pain in the ass to deal with. I see it's pretty precarious building this ramp. What I do like is I'm able to make it out of stone roof here. Because back in Ark Survival Evolved, I was using the wood ramp, like there wasn't no stone ramp, you know? So it's just kind of like you used wood ramp or you used metal ramp, and I didn't have the metal ramp at the time, so I made it out of wood. It was fine. The Reaper Kings didn't really attack, like the Reaper Kings and Nameless didn't really attack your wooden ramp. They were more focused on your ass, which is fine. Seekers, same principle, you know. So that's not really something that I needed to worry about. I'm actually putting my hand back on the mouse, like, and have been for a while. It just requires a steady hand if you want to do these snap points, because you move the mouse an inch, well actually a millimeter, yeah, it's just gonna go back to what it wants to do. When you're pressing like Q to cycle your snap points, it's gonna go back to snap 1, whatever it thinks snap 1 should be. Like it calculates what the snaps are based on exactly where you are, I guess. And even if the snaps don't change, they're going to change the numbers on them anyway. Well, actually, no, even the numbers don't change. It's just going to reset you to 1 anyway. And this is why I wanted to mine the rock, because it's kind of in the way. But as you can see, some of the good news is I don't actually need to climb hook to get up here anymore. So yeah, what you're seeing here is taking shape. Yeah, this is actually really annoying to get the snap points on. finding crazy how it went straight down to connect to that roof, like... I suppose I could put the railings up. Actually, no, I didn't even need the last foundation. I might need that last foundation here. But... well, in case I do, I'll just place it anyway. Why not? There. Done. Oh yeah, I need to pick up this thing. Where the fuck did that go? Don't tell me. Well, thankfully I got that. I don't even know why you'd want to snap it onto the underside. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the surface. Oh yeah, I don't actually have a pickaxe at the moment, so I can't even go mining anything. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't get in the way. If that gets in the way, I'm very upset. Oh, what I got in this box should be nothing. Yep. And then this Ravager is just a bunch of crap I need to bring back to base. Cool. Awesome. And you repair the climbing hooks, probably put them away because I don't need them. Oh, it's looking good so far. So now what we need is 64 more ramp, and probably a lot more stone railings. I didn't bother counting up at the time, but I'm not too fussed about the railings, to be honest. But I think the 4 railings that I have are the good railings. All the other railings actually probably counter to what I want. What I want is to get away from the Reaper Kings without falling direct, like without sprinting too far off the edge. So I'm just sprinting dead on back at the thing, you know, and I'm going proper fast because I have my movement speed leveled. The last thing I want is to, like, you know, go up the ramp, like the little ramp on the surface side, get a little bit of air off that, and go to the other end of the platform and just fly off the other end of the platform down into the canyon below, or even worse, get stuck on the wall halfway down, and the loot's up there. And say if you had an Ascendant long neck blueprint that you looted from up there, or just an Ascendant long neck in general, yeah, you're going to have a hard time getting that back. Especially if there's a Reaper King following you, that's going to just like hang around the area afterwards, making life difficult. So, yeah. Overall, we'll not be doing badly, I don't think. Like, you know, I'm surprised I didn't run into a Reaper King in the tunnel so far, so that's a positive, I guess. I need fiber. Man, that's wild. I don't need the climbing hooks anymore. I'm done with climbing. Wipe the... Ah, it's up there. Okay, cool. Ah, rocks, yes. The thing is, I really kind of want to get this mega ramp finished, so I'm going to try pushing for it. How much thatch do I actually need for 64 more stone ramps? So, 200 does 10. So, not enough right now, I need more. As for the stone and wood, how much do I need there? So, 64 divided by 3, no. 300 does 10. So I have like over 18 stacks. It's going to be very close on the wood. And for stone... Okay, yeah, I'm good on stone. It's going to be very close on the wood, but that's a good thing that I have my... I'm going out for thatch, because I'll get a little bit of wood when I'm doing that. And it's daytime as well, so... You know, could not be better timing. If I come back with like 5 stacks of thatch, I should be good. Or more than good. So I already have 2, so what I need is 4 and a bit, but... Or 4.5 really. How much wood have I got so far? Half a stack, okay. I don't have a kid, so it's not even like irrelevant. If only honey wasn't bugged. Oh, Rabbit's just doing a mauling over there. Trippy mushroom there. I figure if I just axe 2 trees, then I'll guarantee just have enough wood. Makes sense to me. Flawless. I'll load all the wood in the cupboard now real quick. Right, okay, let's go. What do I need now? 64 ramps. Yes, that's what was it. So simple. It's getting near the 3-hour mark. I'm hoping to actually build a ramp within 3 hours. Like, that's the goal here. So it's pretty to the wire here. And yes, I admit, kind of had a head start in the sense I prefabbed a bunch of stuff, but that was never against the rules. What rules? The rules I made up just now. Point being, from placing the first structure to placing the last structure, except for the railings that I want to put on later, but they don't really count, so... And no one can convince me otherwise. Man, these earthquakes really suck. It's literally like a case of, like, you just get thrown around, and when you're crafting stuff, like heavy stuff from inside a box, just like, what a terrible mechanic. But yeah, I get it's supposed to be, you know, quite a dangerous thing, but like, it's supposed to cause inconvenience, like, that's the entire thing of it. Like, you know, it's supposed to give you free resources, but it's also supposed to be like a hazard in a way. Like, you know, you're climbing a cliff and all of a sudden you fall off the cliff because of the earthquake. Or you're in water and all of a sudden you get launched around because of the earthquake. And it's like, it's supposed to be one of those things where it's like, and this suddenly goes wrong, sort of style. You get what I mean? It's supposed to be something that goes wrong, but it just ends up being like more of like a minor inconvenience at best a lot of the time. So I need 20 more. Perfect. So I'm 9 right now. 12. 14. 16. 19. 20. Yeah, I knew I was right about deleting those 2 trees then. Right, let's make the last trip of this session. And it'll be over. We have just 13 minutes left to get it done. So we need to get it right. Okay, you don't have the mushrooms on you. Who has the mushrooms? Do you have the mushrooms? You have some mushrooms. I'll take the mushrooms from you. Who? Right, so Ravager has 64 of those on him. That's great. We leave this door open because of emergencies. Head round here. I'm always going to stop in here because, well, safe. Yeah, I'll leave this door open as well, because if a Reaper King shows up, I can like really throw my Ravager and Bulb Dog in there, sack myself up, and it just spawns, or something. So, point being is, regardless, I just want to get as much of this top area out of the way right now, because... Okay, now I'm just going to go down. I swear, you better not be obstructed. Yes, legendary. Like, yeah, Eclipse, but... I do not think that should be a problem. Okay, so I'm actually saving a stone ramp there, so good to know for that. It's a stone roof, not a stone ramp, sorry, my bad. That could have been a really weird thing that I could have done. I could have like went roof stairs, roof stairs, roof stairs, and checkerboard pattern all the way down. That would be pretty wild, to be honest. But it could potentially look nice. Third person, I just wanted the smoothing up of the ramp. I even question if like they're actually even any different, the stairs and the roof here. Like they behave differently, or yeah, 32 fast. Ramp complete. Under 3 hours, 8 minutes to go. What do you mean I can't access my Ravager from here? It's literally right in my face. Yeah, we get rid of these 2 metal rocks in front. Yeah, this is like... I should probably get rid of this one as well. But that's it. This is literally the last one. I'm pretty sure I'm max level for now. Against my better judgment. Now, how much charge have I got on this guy? Okay. Against my better judgment. This is what it was about. Just gotta be very careful and very attentive of well, you know. Let's get some of that obsidian as well. Just, you know, that's one of the main reasons I came to the surface, to collect this sort of stuff. And the ramp is just so I can run Ravagers up here. And you could say, like, okay, why don't you go and wait until you got a rock drape or something like that. Okay, there's a lot of these fuckers around here. Too many of these fuckers around here. Zigs and zags. That's a note from me. Now, there's 4 of them on me. I'm not convinced they've left me alone. That's either against my better judgment, or I'm seeing if my old school strategy works. It probably won't because these fuckers are there, but fuck it, we're going this way then. And of course it's still down there. I think I'm just gonna have to abandon the idea of ditching them and oh shit, did not want to do that, but maybe I'll lose aggro if I go in here. Ah! How did I go outside? Alright, so that matches like outside. Hmm. I actually probably want to close that. See, now I can run full speed. It's actually a pretty even fight. Now, did he just spawn, or did he just get caught? Ah, he just got caught. Okay, cool. Don't even know why you'd want one of these in the green zone. They really just do not have an interest in anything else. Two of them! Two of them just stacked on each other, alright, okay. Yeah, I'll be scared too. Oh, you're 125 now. Still not 150, but so we didn't get the crate, but let's focus on what we did get, yes? And as tradition, it's the end of the episode, so tradition requests that I drain the pipe. I'm worried that it's actually just like a Reaper King's just laying out there right now. Like, man, there's some spooky stuff to just have just laying around in the green zone, you know. Alright, so at some point soon we're going to need to use the furnace to actually make metal, but hey, that's not really an issue. And boom, check that out. Got all that oil and obsidian. The best part is I could just go up there and get that stuff pretty much whenever I want. You just have to be careful of the locals. the thing is, like, you know, I've only lost like 8,000 HP there, like, you know, because it's like at, I guess, 20%, it still wouldn't have died, so, you know, not a lot closer to dying, but it wouldn't have died. So, I don't feel like awful about that. I'm probably not going back up that way for a while, but yeah. And this is stuff we brought back and didn't use, so... But overall, that is it for this part. Did I even close that door over there? Or did I just run straight past it because of the whole Reaper King ordeal? Yeah, that's closed. Okay. Yeah, no, that's it for this part. I hope you enjoyed watching, and that was the mega ramp that I was working towards the whole time. And as you can see, it's a pretty great invention, right? You know, it can certainly have its moments. Pure chaos. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to set up my official crate run setup down there a bit later on, and that's going to be even better. That said, I will need to build more water tanks going out that direction, so... And later on, whatever generator, plug outlets and all that stuff, but, you know, we'll get to that when we get to that. Next goal is probably getting a 150 male Ravager, and then after that, building a fabricator. Those are the next two goals. I mean, you can breed a bunch of Ravagers, fabricator stuff. Yeah. And from there, you know, we build like electricity, water, get out to like the outpost over there so I can have a fridge. And in that fridge I'll have a bunch of meat and a bunch of like water bottles, like the canteens from like, you know, the fabricator. Keep them there. Have some vaults in there as well. And like in that little bedroom area. Then from there, I can spawn in on those beds, take some food, take some water, nothing else. Maybe some pickaxe, but saw some pickaxe out there, stone pickaxe. You know, take that, head up to the surface, and just dodge Reaper Kings, kiting them around, grabbing crates. That's the goal. Will that happen? Don't know, but that is that's what we're setting up for, and that is what we're going to get. And yeah, you know, the giga massive ramp is built. Like, I'm happy with that. Like, I can take animals up there now. But yeah, that's about it for this part. Hope you all enjoyed watching, and I hope you all have a good day.